Hey, I also wanted to make a video on Black Lives Matter. It kind of came to me just because there's so much energy surrounding it recently, and I've had my own super bad struggle with like unconscious racism and stuff. Um, like growing up, I was born in Bellevue, Washington, which is like a super diverse area, and then I moved to Colorado. I moved to like a suburb of Denver, and it was like 95% white people. And there was like a lot of like racist jokes and stuff that I grew up around, and like I honestly like partook in them sometimes too, but not ever like in a derogatory way. It was just kind of like, haha, we all know that it's like majority of white people here and it's kind of funny or something like that. But anyway, my parents definitely have some racism that they don't like to admit to. And I think I got some of that growing up too. But I went through, when I got put into my dark night of the soul period of my life. It was like after that, and it was when I got this entity attachment that I just talked about really like grabbed a hold of me, and like was effing with me, and it was like every time I would see a black person, I would think like the N word, just to, and it wouldn't even be me. It would just like come out of nowhere. Like it was almost uncontrollable, and it was horrible, and I hated myself for it for a long time. Um, but I just wanted to talk about how I mean, this is all kind of like very synchronistic with my entity attachment, like beating the entity attachment, but, and there's multiple aspects of it too, right? But, it was really when I realized like everybody is a fractal of God, and if you can see the divine in every single person that you look at, then it like took that whole weight off my shoulders, and every time I see like any kind of different colored person, I'm just like, oh, wow, there's another piece of God right there, and that helps a lot. So if you're trying to get over unconscious racism, and like heal our DNA and heal our lineage, that's how I did it, at least. And seeing that divine creation in front of you with love and looking at them with love, that's how I think people should go about doing it. I also wanted to give my opinion on the whole Black Lives Matter like movement. I really don't agree with all the violence and stuff. If you look at, and one reason I traveled to India was, I was going to compare Martin Luther King Jr. to Gandhi, and if you read the book Power versus Force, it talks about how these movements were all about peace, and the power of behind peace is way, way, way stronger than like anger or violence, and when the whole movement emanates this peace energy, then the movement can affect so many more things and go so much farther because of that. So in that regard, I don't agree with all that stuff, and I know that I'm sure the majority of the protesters are peaceful and stuff, but yeah, I think that it should change, and I also don't really agree with the name Black Lives Matter, because all lives matter, but I do see the point there. What I like better is like back in the 60s when they were doing like their peace protests and stuff, there's like signs that said black is beauty, and I think that's really what the movement should be about too, because it kind of like, if you think something is beautiful, then it's obviously like the life of that thing matters too, and it kind of takes away because the Black Lives Matter thing, it kind of creates, like a lot of people look at those words, at least that I've met, as like not the best way to put it. That's why I think saying that, like having a sign that says black is beauty, you know, with like a big rainbow or something. I don't know. That would be better in my opinion. But yeah, I'm all for it though. I do think that there needs to be some kind of change, and the African American population here in the United States has really suffered for a long time. Um, yeah, I think racism is really ingrained into our DNA, and it's hard to like fight that type of thing. But like I said, those things that I talked about earlier, like completely changed my view on things, and makes me like really happy to see that change in my own self. And if you're white and or any other color and you have unconscious racism, then take advantage of this video.